Do you do the, do you go into an ordinary haircut, for example this one, the same way you go into a competition, or do you go into a competition with higher expectations or feeling like you're going to be more creative?
A competition.
Do you do the, do you go into an ordinary haircut, for example this one, the same way you go into a competition, or do you go into a competition with higher expectations or feeling like you're going to be more creative?
A competition.
Do you do the, do you go into an ordinary haircut, for example this one, the same way you go into a competition, or do you go into a competition with higher expectations or feeling like you're going to be more creative?
A competition.
Do you do the, do you go into an ordinary haircut, for example this one, the same way you go into a competition, or do you go into a competition with higher expectations or feeling like you're going to be more creative?
A competition.
It's not going to come out, I don't know, it's not going to come out freestyle, is it? It's going to come out planned, so it's literally his freestyle.
How do you reassure the man in the chair?
Well, they're in my chair, they must trust me already.
Do you do the, do you go into an ordinary haircut, for example this one, the same way you go into a competition, or do you go into a competition with higher expectations or feeling like you're going to be more creative?
A competition.
You know, you're going to have to explain to me how you put LED lights in a, someone said, is that like a small?
It's a small LED light. It's one of my secrets though, so I can't really explain it to you. It's the sort of stuff that they'll do. I mean, they come up with crazy things. The last competition I went to was in Philadelphia. The guy did George Washington off the back of a dollar bill.
Okay.
Did his portrait of him in the back of someone's head. It was amazing. I've never seen something like it. He's known for doing portraits anyway. That's not my strong thing, portraits.
Okay.
I can do cartoon characters, but a lot of colleges they're not doing it anymore. I mean, Luton College, that was the only one in my area that was doing barbering, and that's stopped now.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of there's a lot of courses that go on now. A lot of just like week courses. That's it. It's not like a year course or 2 year course you can go on anymore for barbering. They have more patterns than the Afro people these days, the European guys. And the tram lines, obviously, they've come back in, borders and things like that.
And how about ladies? Do you get a lot of strange requests for ladies wanting anything extravagant or outgoing, or is it just the standard eyebrows and?
Oh yeah, no, they're just as crazy. They're just as crazy. They want the colours in their hair as well, so they'll come in and they'll get love hearts and roses and things like that in the back of their heads and everything, or in the sides, and have long hair on top and go to the. They'll come to the barbers and get all the shades at the size of their shapes and everything. Then they'll go home and relax the top of their hair and everything like that. So they're really making an effort these days.
Yeah. So what's the most extravagant thing you've put in the bag of someone's head? That even shocked you as a barber, or made you thought, this is going to be a hard one.
Someone come in and they wanted T-Pain's "I'm in love with a stripper." They wanted that written in the head. 9 years old. And I said to him, are you sure you're allowed that? And he goes, yeah. I go, no. I said, I'm not doing that in your head. I'm not doing that. I refuse to do it. I said, you got to come back with your mum, and your mum tell me that's okay for me to do that. And he goes, okay. And he come back with his mum as well. I said, is it alright if he gets I'm in love with a stripper in the back of his head? He goes, of course not. That was it. He just walked out with a skin fade and one on top of that was it.
Of course not. So there was so is there, carrying on from that, is there anything you wouldn't put in someone's head?
Anything offensive, anything that may wreck my reputation, barbers they're renting chairs and that, and they can stand in the bar for all day long and chat rubbish, but they're not cutting anyone's hair. There's no point in going to work. I've been cutting hair for 7 years, and I've been working by myself now for a year and a half, and I've realised that the more work you put in, the more you get out of it.